Hey everyone, it's Roman Rich. Greetings from Devil's Elbow, Missouri. And I'm going to show you around a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of a lengthy video, probably about 5 to 10 minutes long, but it'll be worth it. Stay tuned, share the video, press the like button, and just kind of get ready for some Route 66 adventure. You've never seen this stuff before, I guarantee it. So I'm on Route 66 right now. Behind my shoulder right here, that's Route 66. This is the original alignment of 66 through Devil's Elbow before they built the 4-lane concrete section. Now there's no asphalt or anything, it's all been kind of withered away over the years, but we do have some evidence. Right over here is a concrete culvert showing that this was a major road, highway in fact, and it's pretty cool. Also in this area are a couple of old concrete state right-of-way markers, which are very rare in Missouri. You don't see those very often, but there's several of them in this area. I'm not near them now to show you, but beyond this light post is a no trespassing sign. Not exactly sure if that's legit or not, but I'm not going to find out. I have walked it all before in years past, but this area is a little bit eerie. Kind of hear some banjos in the background a little bit maybe, but anyway, the adventure truck is sitting right on Route 66, pointed west. This is pointed westbound. Over here, I've never really took time to notice this building, but I believe this was probably an old gas station. And I believe that because of the two stone pillars out in front. And you see that a lot on old gas stations. You see stone pillars. A lot of times they close them in. This happens to be a place where it was closed in. Let's go take a closer look. So this is like a dumping ground in this area. It's kind of sad. There's just a lot of trash and a lot of old burned out buildings and mobile homes and things like that. But you can see this was an old building at one time. You can see the stone facade there. You can see how they built the walls over that stone facade. I really truly believe that this was a gas station. And here are those two canopy pillars I was talking about right there. Those are the pillars I was talking about. And they're definitely period correct. And there's two of them. If I could dig down over in between the two of them, I guarantee I could find a concrete island. Maybe next time I'll bring a shovel and we'll give it a shot and see what we can find. But those are definitely two concrete pillars, not concrete, but stone pillars that could have been used to hold a gas station canopy. So I hope you enjoy that. We're going to keep moving on here. There's some other cool stuff in the area. Again, I don't think anyone's taken you this deep into Route 66 before. I've known about this area for a while, probably about 6-7 years since I've explored it. And used to be some people living over here. I think there's only one resident left, so that's okay. There's the building in a hole right there if you want to take a look real quick. And we're going to get back into the adventure truck and head west. Hopefully nobody stops us. Okay. Since I've been here last, somebody has taken and put in this really peculiar implement or machine out here kind of blocking the way, and it's a crazy looking machine. I just don't know what it is. Something for handling metal material or something, but you can see a lot of the debris left behind. There's an old mobile home that nobody's living in anymore. And yes, we are driving Route 66, and this is just east of the town of Devil's Elbow on the original alignment of 66. Take a look at that machine. Is that thing just neat or what? I don't know what that is, but it's a 3-wheel device with a big claw on it, on the boom. Somebody obviously lit it on fire. And you can see the bluffs of the Big Piney River there off into the distance. And here we are back on 66 again. The one resident I spoke of would live to the left over here. They don't seem to be too bothered by me. There are some signs saying surveillance cameras in use and stuff like that, but I didn't see any actual no trespassing signs at this point, so I feel pretty confident that we're okay to be exploring this. This section of Devil's Elbow was bypassed in the 40s, partly because of the war. The Devil's Elbow Bridge is a steel truss bridge with a low clearance, I think, of about 13 feet. Well, when they were transporting troops and tanks and other equipment from Fort Leonard Wood, they were having a really hard time getting that equipment across that bridge, so they decided to build a 4-lane highway. It looked a lot like what our interstates do today, to some degree, like an early predecessor, and with a bridge that crossed over the Piney River that didn't have any trusses, so they had clear access. Now here you can see the guardrails. Those are more of a modern guardrail. Those probably came about when the interstate was built. And if I find a clearing, I will, maybe I can stop up here and go back and see, I'll go backwards. And you can kind of see the interstate. I think these were put in about the time the interstate was built, because they're pretty modern. And before that interstate was built, I imagine there was probably a hillside here that didn't warrant a guardrail necessarily. Let's try this. I'll hop out here. Set the camera down. So this is looking back east on Route 66. And if I can get a spot just through the trees here, you might just be able to barely see cars passing by, some trucks. You can definitely hear the interstate, no problem, but these guardrails, I believe, are built, constructed right about the same time that the interstate was put in. We'll continue to head west here, and we'll see a couple other things through Devil's Elbow. I'm going to take you all the way to the bridge so you can see what it was kind of like to drive this. Most of this road does remain intact. The bridge that was east of me that crossed over the same river, Piney River, it's gone, it's defunct, and they got rid of that, I guess, about the same time the interstate was put in. So continuing west, Devil's Elbow. When I get up around this bend, you're going to see some evidence of the old highway. And you don't see it very often, but it's kind of neat. Over here, the trees have grown up, but I imagine before the trees have grown up over the last 5 or 6 decades, you can probably see some really pretty stone bluffs. Okay, right about in here. Yeah, right about in here. This is where the guardrail ends. And this is where old Route 66 evidence picks up. What you have are the old cables. Right in there, you have the old cable guardrails, cable fences that were used along 66. Keep motorists from careening off down these hillsides. And here, get my hand on one right here. There you go. That's an old cable guardrail from 66, along with that's a steel post that was replaced. Down further, we'll see some wood posts. Let me go a little bit further, you'll see the old wood posts. Oh, I'm 9 minutes in. I'm sorry for taking so long. Get up here a little bit further, then we'll zoom on over to the bridge, the recently restored Devil's Elbow Bridge. Here we go. Here's some wood posts. Wood posts. See, here you have an old wood post, and you have an old wood post there. And these actually, you can find some of the remnants of this also on the other side of the river, west of the Devil's Elbow Bridge. There's still some posts there, and I think there might be some wires over there too. So that's pretty neat. Let's continue on west, and we'll pick up a couple of interesting things along the way, but just let you see the beautiful Missouri countryside, the stone bluffs, the trees. Missouri is just one of a kind. It's just such a beautiful landscape, and you can't beat it. I'm proud to call it my home. So this was a really twisty, turny highway that people had to endure from the 20s all the way up to the early 40s, and there's so many accounts of people driving it, you know, basically, you know, they said it was a white knuckle ride, and no wonder they called it Devil's Elbow, because there was a turn everywhere you go, and there might be a car meeting you around that turn. It's narrow highway. Now here we have the intersection of the more modern 1940s Route 66. And up there we have the famous Hooker Cut, and that was quite a feat of engineering. That was the deepest rock cut for a highway when it was constructed back in the 40s. And over there you have the more modern bridge, Route 66, crossing over the Piney, and that has, again, no trusses to interfere with traffic, and it's a pretty beautiful bridge too. If you look underneath, it has these stone archways that are really cool. So we're going to go ahead and continue on the old dirt alignment, the original alignment of 66. I guess I shouldn't say dirt because I think it was paved. Now this here, most people don't know this, but this used to be a gas station, and there are photos of it. I forget what the name of the station was, but this area that juts out in the front, that was the canopy for cars to go underneath. We got some traffic coming here, and I think that was a gas station and cafe. And if you see any pictures of it, you'll notice to the left of this building that this was one big giant hillside, that this cutout was not here. So the Hooker Cut extended far beyond the actual cut. They had to do so much excavating to make that work. And it might even be a remnants of a little cabin or something back there too. But yeah, that used to be a gas station back during the time of probably during the 20s, 30s, and 40s. All right, let's roll on over towards the Elbow Bridge. We're also going to see the iconic Elbow Inn, which many people frequent, and it's known for all the bras that are hanging from the ceiling. It's a pretty cool place. If you're coming through Devil's Elbow, you got to stop in and say hi to Terry. Have some chicken wings. Best chicken wings probably around, with the exception of maybe Nona's Kitchen in Waynesville. They're both pretty good. So there's the Elbow Inn, and we're not going to go in today. They're probably not even quite open yet. They might be, but we're going to go ahead and hit the bridge. The bridge was restored a couple years ago by Pulaski County in cooperation with MoDOT. The county has control of this bridge, and they've done a very beautiful job in restoring it. And I'll hop out here, get over to the guardrail so nobody hits me. I was invited to paint some shields recently at the entrances to the bridge, and the bridge looks almost like brand new. Pretty cool. We'll go over. I'll show you the stream below, and then when I get across the other side, we'll probably go ahead and conclude our video. Sorry I'm going over. I was expecting 10 minutes, but you know, Route 66 is so awesome, you just can't condense it. Now look at that. That is Devil's Elbow. That is the epitome of Ozark beauty right there. The bluffs, the shimmering of the sun across the stream, the trees overhanging the canopy, the spider webs on the trusses of the bridge. You just can't beat this. This is the Ozarks, people. And if you're going to experience Route 66, you got to take a little bit of time to explore Pulaski County and all of its beauty. Go ahead and cross on over and get the last truss here. That's a pony truss. go ahead and take you up the hill. There used to be a number of gas stations and things down here. There used to be a cafe down there built out of stone. It burned sometime, I believe, in the 70s. It's too bad. And then down there you have the Devil's Elbow post office, and you got to stop in there. Stop in, buy a postcard, get it stamped from Devil's Elbow, and send it to your friends back home. And they also have like a little convenience shop in there too, if you want to buy candy bars and t-shirts and things like that. Going up the hill, heading west. Can't neglect my YouTubers. I've been doing a lot of videos on Facebook, and my YouTube subscribers have been getting upset. There's some of that wire fence in the back. We talked about that's the same wire guardrail that we saw back over across that 4-lane section. And up here you have a stone retaining wall that was constructed to keep people from driving off down and into the beyond. I'm gonna stop right here. This is a point of interest for many photographers. There's an old railroad bridge that people love to shoot, and it's also crossing over the Piney River. Oh, so you can see what this guardrail, this stone guardrail, prevented people from doing, just careening off into this cliff. And I'm sure it's got a little bit of evidence of being tagged here and there, but that's your bridge. That's the railroad bridge. Every once in a while you'll see a train cross over there, and this is the splendor of the Ozarks. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm Roman Rich, and as always, go your own way. Check out the website. Share this video wherever you can. I appreciate it. You're sharing, and I'm gonna get run over by a car. You sharing and liking my videos keeps me making more, and I just enjoy doing it for you guys, so I appreciate it. As always, go your own way. I'll see you next time.